How's it going, everyone? It is Prashan here with another video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If this is your last time here, thank you for stopping by. And if you're one of my many subscribers, thank you for subscribing. I have another guest with me. I have Drewberry here. How's it going, Drewberry?
What's up, Prashan? How's it going, man?
Good, good, good. Thank you for hanging out with me. For those that don't know Drewberry, do you want to intro yourself and tell the viewers who you are
Oh,
and what you do in the world of Marvel Snap?
I'm so bad at these. I do YouTube and all kinds of content. We got custom cards and new card previews. And that's pretty much it. I stream on YouTube. I do videos on YouTube. That's all I really do.
Nice, nice, nice. So like when it comes to finding out like the info on a new card or like data mine stuff, I go straight to your channel to get that info like right away. Like I don't go anywhere else. I go to Twitter too. Check out your Twitter, what you
Yeah.
post, and then I go straight to YouTube to get the scoop on the new cards. As far as new cards, is there any cards where like you explained it and it was completely different from what you thought it was or what it was gonna be?
Oh yeah, the one that haunts my dreams is Legion.
Okay,
That one
okay.
just oh man, like it just didn't seem like it was going to be very good. Even the interaction with Storm and the flooding location didn't seem like it would work that way at first. And yeah, when he was released, he was awesome and
Right,
flipped
right.
everything.
And then the opposite way, was there any cards where you're like, oh, this card was gonna be great, and then it was the complete opposite?
Uh, Probably my most notorious one is Howard. I thought Howard was gonna be so good. It's actually in particular, I thought Conquest for that additional information. I still to this day don't think he's as trash as a lot of people make him out to be.
Uh,
But he's definitely not as good as I thought he was gonna be when I talked about him. But
yeah,
that's the game you play when you preview cards and you talk about them before you release. It's just bound to happen.
right. Like, I don't know. I thought Howard the Duck was gonna be great too. Like, especially with Iron Lad. I know Binks just put out an ongoing deck that's pretty good with Howard the Duck, which he made like a mini resurgence. But yeah, same
Well,
thing with me. I think it was like Howard the Duck and Negasonic when they first came out. I thought the cards were gonna be good, and then it was the complete dud when they first dropped. So yeah. And then as far as like Werewolf by Night, what are your thoughts on it so far?
man, it's a good card. It's a really good card. It's just a solid card, and it's easy to activate because honor reveals are just everywhere. I'm seeing one thing I really love when a new card comes out is I see all kinds of different builds on Twitter, on YouTube, whatever. Like everyone's got something different. Sometimes cards come out and it's very linear. There's just like one set path for the card, one build that works best. And I feel like Werewolf is popping up in multiple decks right now, and a lot of people are having fun with it. So I think it's a great card. Yeah.
Right.
What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. I've been playing it in discard. I've been trying it out in bounce. I tried a like a miniature zoo deck, a move zoo, which is pretty horrible whenever I get Killmongered. But it's basically like Angela and Craven, and you have Werewolf by Night. You have a bunch of one drops that have like on reveal abilities, and then you have Iron Fist and Ghost Spider too to move
Ghost
cards
Spider, yeah.
around, and then you have Elsa as well. So you fill up a lane, and then use Ghost Spider, Iron Fist to move that card, and then you play a few on reveals on the final turn with Kazar, and then surprise. But it wasn't. I was good at first, and then I completely started getting wrecked right after. So yeah. So I was just trying something
See
new
that
compared
popping
to
off.
everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And Werewolf could work in that. Why not? It's really
Right.
fun. I was playing the last one was Surfer Destroy. So you got like Killmonger, Deathlock, Venom, all activators, all on reveals, and they work with Surfer. So it's just easy, and because the on reveal goes off and then the werewolf jumps, Destroy is actually a really solid package for him.
Right. And I think next month with well, not the Marvels, but the Hellfire Club season with Sebastian Shaw, I think Surf
Oh
is
yeah.
gonna be make a huge resurgence as far as that.
Yeah, that card seems nuts.
Yeah,
I'm excited
yeah,
for that one.
crazy, crazy, crazy. Let's see here. And then, what do you think about? I'm gonna show you the card here. This card here, Ravona
Vone,
Renslayer.
a sleeper. I thought she was all right when she was a 3/3. Honestly, I was running her some decks and wasn't having a problem. I thought it was pretty good. And now
Oh
she's
wow.
2-1. I feel like there's a lot of potential. I said this before, and I stand by this point that this is a reoccurring card we're always going to talk about. There's going to be cards that get released that have one or less power, and it's going to be like maybe Ravona. Like you're going to see that comment on the YouTube or like comment on Reddit or something like, "Oh, that's a Ravona buffer. Oh, that's a Ravona combo."
Right.
So she's
Right.
got long-term value for sure. And I think 2-1 now, pretty good.
Yes, for sure. Because I thought her being a 3 cost was awkward. I think you
Mhm.
can't ramp up the way you want to ramp after you're playing your ramp stuff on turn 4, but now you can start playing stuff earlier. So yes, she's perfect as a 2/1, which she should have been before. I feel, and then
Yeah.
it's weird too as far as the Loki season. I think the cards like came out in the wrong order. I think it should have been, I think Ravona. No, was it Mobius before Ravona? Right?
It was. No, no, no. Sorry, Mobius was the last card, so it was weird because Ravona came out, had her little moment, and then a week later, Mobius came out.
Mobius. Right. So I think it
Yeah,
should have. I think the cards just came out in the wrong order that season, and I think that's why it make made the community like pretty mad as far as like the metas.
yeah,
I think if the cards
yeah.
came out in different orders, then it would have been fine.
Yeah, I mean, question for you, I guess, is do you think Loki would have had as much of an outrage if it had been released after Mobius?
Right. That's what I mean. Like so, if Loki
Yeah,
came out and then Mobius came out right after Loki, then the community wouldn't have been as bad, and the meta wouldn't have had been as Loki heavy.
yeah. It's interesting.
So I think like that should be a thing Second Dinner looks at maybe in the future, like just see how cards interact. That way the meta it's not two extremes as far as going on the meta. It's like
Oh,
a gradual
100%.
type of thing.
I don't know what happened, but, like, they kinda dropped the ball on September. Like, the like you said, like, the order of releases, but then also just, like, the power level. I don't think we've ever had a month where all the cards have received a change, let
Right.
alone 2 months after or not even 2 months after they were released. So
Right.
it's like an unprecedented month for
Yeah,
Snap.
which is crazy. The outrage on the Twitter, the conspiracy theories is they're trying to
Oh,
sell that
yeah.
good old She-Hulk featuring
I know.
Loco.
Dude, I'm so curious to see the OTA now. Oh, man.
Yeah.
We don't
So
know yet, but that'll be wild.
So this card here, what are your thoughts and feelings on this card? Do you think Mobius is dead now?
Yeah, I kinda do, to be honest. I'm in that boat of, like, I don't love running tech cards like this necessarily in the first place, specifically to Mobius, actually. I can get behind like armor or something like that as long as it works a little bit with my deck, but I didn't really love Mobius to begin with, to be honest. And then and now as an on reveal, I just sacrificing a position of my deck for maybe disrupting my opponent, maybe saving me from Dream Dimension or something like that. I don't love it. So I think they really gutted this card and need to look back at what they did and
Right.
fix it.
I think they even said it themselves. They did like an overshot on this card to kill it, and they'll
Yeah.
probably revisit it uh, soon enough. But it's weird because I actually played against someone that played Mobius in their deck because we're playing Loki decks, and I don't know if they forgot that Mobius changed or what, and they just left it in their deck, and I ended up using it on them on turn 5, and then I ended up winning the game. So yeah, it's a weird card. I think that you won't see as often anymore. But hopefully Second Dinner changes it. Maybe it becomes a 4 cost. That way it's played
Yeah.
later in the game instead of earlier in the game. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one because I think the biggest problem with Mobius is not actually his impact in a game specifically to win or lose it. It's his impact before we even queue. It's like I don't want to bring this deck because Mobius is popular. or the meta
Right.
shifts because Mobius is a potential threat, and that was kind of sour because a lot of fun decks got shut out because of Mobius.
Right.
So there's got to be a fine line. I don't know what they do. That's a tricky one.
Because I know like the goal is for everyone to play cards, and Mobius just killed like negative. It killed like the She-Not
Yeah.
decks. It killed all that type of stuff. So hopefully they find a perfect balance with this card. I think it's a good card. It's just bad timing as far as like the meta, like we said before. So is there any like
Yeah.
sleeper cards right now that you're playing that no one else might not be playing or should be playing?
Ooh. Oh man, it's got to be my guy Stegron. I
Ooh.
I love Stegron. I've been a huge advocate for that card since the beginning, and I don't know. He gets some sneaky wins. People don't see it coming. You get the
Mhm.
right slap, you push away their power card, or you stuff a lane. That's one of my favorites. Is running a junk deck with Stegron because you can that rock that they just left there in the mid. You slap it into the last spot of their 3-man location and lock it in. It's a lot of fun. So I'm a
Right.
big Stegron advocate.
Right. I think a lot of people are Stegron believers. I think when Stegron first came out, I didn't really like him that much. But I got this
Yeah.
Stegron Dan Hip variant, and I was like, I have to make him work. This variant's so cool. Like, I have to put him in a bunch of decks, and I did. And honestly, I think it's a card I've forgotten to play in a while. But I think with Werewolf by Night, it could work if you move one card out of the way. You could swing a whole location with a lot of power with 5 and then whatever Werewolf by Night is. So I think it could
Yeah.
make a slight resurgence just off that alone, just swinging a lane on one turn.
Yeah, and I don't want to get ahead of myself because I don't know. Are we allowed to talk about the upcoming cards at all?
Yeah,
Like,
go
do you,
ahead.
do you mind? Okay, Dynamis. So with the next season pass card, Miss Marvel, she's heavily reliant on where the cards are positioned on her side of the board because it's like she gets +5 power. If she's in the mid, she'll give it to 2 locations, and the locations have to have specific costed cards. Anyway, Stegron just seems like he's going to disrupt that play entirely.
But I
So
don't know, maybe it helps the opponent too because it has you have to have a unique cost, right? So it's like,
yeah,
what is a unique cost? Like, you just need something else that doesn't cost the same as like Miss Marvel.
yeah. I th not at her location, at the adjacent ones.
Right, right.
So I was thinking if we slap, like, if the opponent plays, like, Mystique behind the Miss Marvel, but then they got another 3 cost at another location, you slap it over, and all of a sudden they have 2, 3 costs, and then
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna hurt them. Or the Miss Marvel goes to a side, and that's not ideal because then you're, like, net 9 power
Oh
instead
yeah,
of what you really want.
yeah. That
So maybe.
we'll see, we'll see. So besides Miss Marvel, is there any other upcoming cards that you're interested in?
Uh Yeah, interested in. So I like junk decks. They're probably like my favorite ones to play with.
Mm-hmm.
So a Nihilist is on my
Nihilist.
radar. Is Seems really fun. Even though I don't think he's going to be as good as a lot of people think he's going to be, just because the junk deck archetype typically isn't as good as people hope it'll be. I have high hopes. He looks like a lot of fun, so I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to Gladiator, to be honest.
Oh, let's go! Prashad's a gladiator. Let's go.
So
There's doubters out there, man.
really, there's doubters of Gladiator.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I think Gladiator would be a pretty good card. So basically,
Yeah.
you could. Is he a 3 cost or a 4 cost?
He's a 3/7.
Okay, so you could probably even wait a few turns and play Shuri and then play Gladiator and then knock out whatever big card. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think Gladiator has a lot of potential as far as, and then he's like a Doctor Octopus sorta, but you could play
yeah,
him earlier. So just imagine Gladiator and then you play like Doctor Octopus later too. Like, you just ruin whatever
true.
combos or game plans they have.
The comparison that I'm hearing a lot is that he's just like another Yondu, because it's a card that your opponent may never have drawn, and we're pulling it to the board. But
Gotcha, gotcha.
I don't know. I still love, like, if you snipe something, like, they're out of there. And I guess you could do that with Yondu too. But a 3/7 stat line,
Yeah.
That's premium.
Or
That's so
even
good.
playing Yondu turn 1 and then playing Gladiator on turn 3.
Yeah,
Like
mill deck.
like that's crazy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like mill decks. I think I made one of my first YouTube videos was like a mill deck. I think I was using like Cable and Mantis, and then I was using Beast and
Oh, nice.
Falcon to bounce them back, and then I kept on doing it over and over. So
Oh, that's funny.
hopefully I could try to make a real like mill deck pretty soon with all these new cards that are coming out. So other than new cards, is there any fan cards that have been made that have been pretty cool to you that you think would be game worthy?
Oh man. Oh my gosh, a fountain of them, like just so many. It's unbelievable. It's overwhelming sometimes. The community is so amazing, so incredibly talented. The custom cards, they blow my mind. They blow my mind. And one of the coolest things too, I'll sneak in there is like we've been doing this for like a year now. There are
Mhm.
cards that have been released that are in the game and that are data mined that are very similar to custom cards that we reviewed like 9 months ago that fans just made. It's kind of funny to see it come to life. But off the top of my head, this is always the one that I say is the best ever. It was Stanley, a custom card of Stanley. I
Okay.
think he was like a 6 cost 1 power or something like that. Like not a lot of power, high cost. But he would. His condition was if you spend all your energy each turn. So turn
Mhm.
one you played a one, turn two you played etc. Then fill your board with random cards, which
Oh wow.
I really liked. Yeah, like crazy, right? But I thought it was so flavorful for Stan Lee to like just pull out a bunch of Marvel characters. I like the incentive of having to fill out your curve. Often there's like things like Sunspot or Evolved Hulk where you're trying to pass and leave unspent energy.
Right.
I think it's a neat little mini quest to like play as much as you can so that you fulfill your curve all the way up to that big Stan Lee play on turn 6.
Yeah, it's sort of like a what it was like Shauna Shayna, but bigger with everything.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty much, yeah, yeah, and depending on how many spots you left open, and then
Mhm.
yeah, it could be anything. It could be
Yeah,
bad.
that is crazy. Let's see
Yeah.
here. What else do we have? I think. All right, I'm gonna pick a random card.
Okay.
Let's see. How am I gonna make this work?
I get to creep your collection too.
Oh yeah,
It's great.
yeah. It's okay. I don't know if I'm worthy to be on the collector yet. Because during SnapCon, I realized everyone likes splits. So my name of the game was the upgrade cards as soon as possible. That way my collection level can go up. Like I really didn't
Yeah,
care about like splits. Like I thought inked was cool, but like after
yeah.
SnapCon and being on Twitter, like I didn't realize how much people cared about the art of the cards.
Dude, so are you telling me you're a person who doesn't split? You just get to infinity board as much as possible
Right. So
or
like,
whatever?
all right. So if you look at my collection now, instead of
Yeah.
going, all right, we'll scrap this game for a second. We'll go quality. So what I do is the lowest card I upgrade
Yeah.
first. So
Yeah.
I upgrade my lowest cards. That way my collection level go up.
Yeah. Okay.
That
Yeah.
way I could get more variants and cosmetics. So I don't really care. Like at first I didn't care about my splits.
Okay. I don't care about splits either for slightly different reasons, but I'm the same. I have hardly any splits. I don't have a single Inkified card or a single gold back.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That is wild. Like I
I just
started caring
yeah.
recently, and then like I had a few cool ones. I'll show you a few cool ones. Actually, we'll do this. So I had this one that I put on Twitter.
Oh, damn. Yeah. That's amazing. That's brand new, right? Just the other
Yeah,
day?
yeah, just a few days ago.
Wow.
Inked right away. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I'm like, all right, I just want my collection level to go up as high as I can. That way I can open up caches to get more cards. That way I could get my collection level to get even higher. So that was my
Yeah,
goal.
100%.
And then I think I have another cool variant here. My Dooms are pretty cool. Like this one was pretty cool.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah.
was
Ooh,
my
green crackle.
my first split. And I didn't know people cared about crackles that much too. And I didn't know there's a rainbow crackle.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a a prestigious thing, like just to or an accolade just to get there and flex it a little bit on social media.
Right.
Because
Cuz like
I just love the art. I love the art. So when the
Mhm.
background disappears, sometimes it bums me out. Like it doesn't split very well.
Right. Like I'm like, should I keep on going? Because I don't really like the prism finish in the background. And then like I
Hmm.
do want it animated, but the green border is cool because it's Doom. Same thing with this one. Like
Yeah.
I just
Oh,
kept
that
the
does look
green.
clean.
Yeah, I just
Yeah.
kept the green borders on the Dooms because I'm like, all right, it's Doom. You got to keep it.
Hmm.
So we're almost in the same boat here as far as like splits because I sort of don't care that much, but some people have made me care. So shout out to A Party Bling Battles. Um, if you don't know, and that's pretty much it. And then, what are your thoughts and feelings on this card here?
Uh, yeah, that's a tough one. I really liked it at first because I was super hyped when it got data mined, and I kept telling everyone this is the card,
Mhm.
and because it looked fun from a fun standpoint. But then you get it, and it's fun when you uh, kill your opponent's cards, but not when your cards get destroyed and you just lose
Right.
the game. It sucks. It feels so bad. So it's still a bit of a feels bad card, but I think we're in a much better place now with 6-3. Like I've had a lot of times where my opponent guesses wrong. They play that 6-3 and that's all it does because they guess wrong and they lose the
Hmm.
game. So it's
Yeah.
avoidable,
Yeah. I think it's
but
all
it's
right.
strong.
I don't. I think it's a necessary evil. It makes everyone scared on
Mhm.
turn 6, and then especially with the Galactus nerf, you don't have to worry about getting stuck with Galactus and Alioth right after. So there's ways to play
Yep.
around it.
Hmm.
I don't know. I just think it's a necessary evil in the game. It's like damned if you do, damned if you don't, as far as playing it sometimes. But
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessary in every single deck. Like it was being played in Patriot decks for a minute. So it's like, come on now. Like why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Like it feels
And I
good
think the
when you
power did cool it off a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. Let's see here. What card do you think should be buffed that isn't
Oh.
buffed?
Um, man, there's quite a few. One that is talked about a lot is Strong Guy, and I agree. Strong Guy could use some love. Um, but then there's like Angel. Angel's just such a trash card. Yeah, Strong Guy. So I there's like two thoughts with this one. It used to be a 2/3 with the same ability, so you could
Mhm.
get it to be 9 power if you activated the ongoing, which wasn't too bad. And at the time when it was that stat line, Modoc wasn't even out. So now with Modoc, I feel like that'd be a really potent combo. It'd be pretty relevant.
Right. No one
But
uses it though.
which one?
The Modoc strong guy, like no one does it.
Yeah,
It's like,
right. But
wouldn't you
maybe.
rather want to play like Apocalypse, like have Apocalypse in your hand or Infinite, like
Mhm,
with a Dracula?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So it's just like, see you later, strong guy. No chance there. And then he doesn't have a lot of room elsewhere.
Right. Or
So
you could,
maybe if he was a 2/3 or 2/2.
right. And I think like when I first started playing the game, I might have put him in Zoo, and I would just clear out my
Yeah.
hand final turn if I had the board space. But that's pretty much the only times like I really play them. I tried playing them recently in a few decks, but no, like it's hard
Yeah.
to squeeze them in when there's so many different cards. And then there's
Yeah.
Angel. I have a bunch of cool Angel variants, but I never play
Yeah.
the card.
I know. I don't remember the last time I put Angel in the deck.
So I tried to put Angel in a what what is her cat? Lady Deathstrike. So I tried to put
Okay.
him in Lady Deathstrike decks, but I was like, I might as well play like X-23.
Yeah.
Like there,
Definitely.
there's no point of him. So maybe if he got a rework, I think it would work. I'm pretty sure he's not played at all.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think bots play him. That's about it. If I
Yeah,
see Angel, I pretty much think it's a bot.
yeah. Like I
I,
don't know.
I, oh, look at that. Nice. That was a bundle, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
Nice.
was. I had to. I have almost every
Hmm.
Jim Leah variant.
Jim Lee. Yeah, nice. Yeah, he's amazing. Um, I always thought like if it flew out of your hand or deck would be a good start, and even then, I don't think it would be played all that much.
Yeah, I don't like, or maybe if he's played and he's destroyed, he resurrects and he like triples his power or something.
But then it's like Deadpool, right?
Yeah, but yeah, or he stays on the board.
Yeah,
I don't know.
supercharged. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, tricky.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So, do you have any questions for me that you want to ask me, Drew?
Ooh, question for you. I am curious. When did you start playing Snap?
So I started maybe 2 months before launch. So I was actually
Okay.
like, so how I got into the game was I saw like the trailer at some type of games con. So I was like, oh crap, this is a cool game. And then like I completely forgot about the game until I saw like another like trailer for it, and I was like, all right. And then I go on YouTube and I see all these people playing the game. And I was like, how are they playing the game? So I think I looked at a TLSG video of how to download BlueStacks and do all that good stuff. So I did
Yeah.
that. And then I was in the Philippines, so I couldn't even use my credit card to buy season passes or bundles or nothing. So I was completely free to play until launch. And then come to find out, if you look at like Snap.fan, I'm probably top 25 in the amount of games played. Like I played that much Snap. It was ridiculous. Like I
Oh,
wanted to
nice.
get every card, but because I couldn't buy anything, I was like, crap, I just have to grind. So
Oh, that's pretty cool. Good for you. That's an unreal rank.
yeah, now I'm like a whale, a mini beluga, buying almost everything in the game.
Finally, when it was unlocked, it was just like, take my money. Let's go.
Yeah, floodgates, floodgates. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is it. Anything you want to
Cool,
tell
man.
the people before we dip out?
Subscribe to Prashant's channel. Let's go. I tune in every now and then. Very
Nice.
smart, good breakdowns of the decks. And then I'm chilling over there on YouTube too. You can come check me out. That's about it. That's what we're doing. Like the
Sure.
video. Do it.
All right. Till next time, guys. Peace out.
See ya.